So yeah, we got our topics down.
Mhm.
We're good to go. Okay. I'm trying to get everything actually looking right. Okay. And yeah. Ready to go?
Yep, I'm always ready.
Alright, sounds good. Alright. Well, I'll just do like the whole hand countdown so I don't have to hear anybody, but yeah.
Yep, we got this.
Hello everybody. You are listening to a Random Gamers Corner. I'm your host, Alejandro Ortiz, and I am joined by my co-host Nathan.
Hi, guys.
And Mason is, well, kind of like, still trying to deal with his own sickness. And if you're wondering who the hell am I? Trust me, I am Alejandro. Just my voice is just pretty much sick at this point. But it's all good. Wanted to release an episode this week because, well, I sort of promised, not really promised, but I just wanted to get it out there.
The
Plus, it's
workaholic is what it is. I told him, guys, I was like, you sound like, do you need rest? Are you okay? And he's like, I've had my. He sounds like Bane. He's like, I've had my rest. I'm like, okay.
well, yes, Mr. Wayne, I did have my rest. But yeah, I was sick on Sunday. I mean, I started becoming sick on Sunday, and it's not COVID. I could taste anything. I could hear everything. I'm just kidding. No, not really. But yeah, I could taste whatever food that is put upon me. I have the weirdest. Anyways, and I can still smell stuff, so I'm good. I just have a very nasally voice, and you maybe get disgusted by it. That's fine. You know what? Just hang. All right, please. But yeah, newcomers, hello. Hopefully you guys can enjoy this episode. And Nathan, how you been, by the way?
I have been. I've been good. I've been chilling. I've been having these. You see me drinking this. This is a smoothie, an antioxidant smoothie. Very nice. Very
Oh,
nice. I've been
fancy.
drinking them like every day. I've told you about my diet. Things are going well. I feel I feel really good. Like I feel pretty healthy. I feel really fucking good.
Damn, you're feeling good when you put a fucking inside there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice man. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry you're not feeling as great as I feel right now, but I mean,
you're
hopefully
like,
before too
we're
long.
opposites for today. uh, I
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay. Honestly, Sunday that was probably like it was like the literal worst part of the whole sick flu I'm feeling right now. I'm pretty sure it's flu, and
Right.
and now
I
I'm
mean, you
just
got tested, right? And it said negative, so.
no. I just like I said,
Oh, you're just pretty sure. Well, I don't know. I've heard honestly
mm,
with a new variant or whatever. I've heard like just expect like pretty much if you're sick, expect it to be Omicron. I don't know. Could be anything, but I don't know. At least it's passing fast, whatever it is. So you know,
I'm just sick of these taxes, man. That's it. That's why I'm really sick of.
these damn taxes.
Do you think this
Uh huh.
illness will be back? This illness is nothing to compare what I deal with. No, for real though. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm doing okay myself. I'm hanging in there. I'm actually trying to trying to get back into reading because my
Mm,
girlfriend's trying to uh do some coloring in a coloring book. Cause I think that's pretty cool. Like it's to like help you focus and such and stuff like that. Like relieve some stress, and she definitely needs that. Also,
right.
I just want to say fucking congrats to her. She's leaving that place now. Her
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
yeah, fuck that place. So good for her. I'm happy for her. She's already gonna like be working at a different place pretty much soon. So baby, you're listening to this. Congratulations. Awesome for you. And yeah, all right. For her since she made that whole goal for herself, which is to like color into her coloring book. I'm pretty much gonna be getting back into reading, which is gonna be and my first book is pretty much gonna be a Johnny Cash autobiography. So
Oh, sick.
yeah, I was thinking like he has a beautiful way of describing stuff. Like the way he's getting all descriptive of saying like I feel free from this and freaking shit what the he's in some very not foreign. I mean that's kind of correct, but at that point that he was like writing the book, like he was in a pretty much like a paradise kind of place, and it makes it feel like he's he feels great. Like he feels free. Like I guess like because in the first chapter he was already saying like yeah I was like addicted to a lot of stuff. I was saying like damn that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Cash, what a fucking legend. But yeah, without further ado, I think we can start telling the audience what we're doing for this episode, which is talking about well, two different gaming styles for games that I don't know we could hope to see in the future, which would be pretty
Fuck
cool.
yeah.
And one would be the XCOM styled Star Wars game, and the other would be a Swamp Thing survival horror game. I know I didn't. You guys saw the poll and on Twitter. I know I didn't say survival horror, but because limits for some polls. But hey, yeah, Swamp Thing survival horror game, and I will just put out the idea, and I mean I'll explain my idea of like how those two games will go. Then it could like say his piece about what he thinks.
Yeah.
And what's it called? All right. And the next part will be about Microsoft buying fucking Activision Blizzard. Wait, that's that right?
Microsoft buying uh Activision Blizzard, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Whoa, my bad. I faded out for a moment. Okay, yeah. So Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, and for the final part, it will be just another chill kind of off-topic kind of thing, where, well, I'm just gonna read some funny ass stories of guys being oblivious as shit. But yeah, it's a very relatable things. But yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Yes, I said that twice now. All right. So for this XCOM style Star Wars game, the first thing gonna be put as a setting is for the stormtroopers would have 50% less accuracy no matter what to match up with their infamy in the series. Because ever since fucking the Book of Boba Fett showed how it looked like and showed his point of view in his helmet, which by the way you should really watch that show. I think it's pretty cool.
She is the sweet.
What?
Sorry, that was an alarm of mine. It was going off.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Well, it actually said she is the sweetest, not Jesus. That'd be.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah,
Jesus.
it was an Ed Sheeran song. It's what's it called? Hearts Don't Break Around Here. Yeah, I really like Ed Sheeran.
He's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah.
You're saying you should watch the Book of Boba Fett, the helmet, like seeing the way it looks inside the helmet and stuff.
Yeah, seeing the point of view from his helmet it just made me think, no wonder they missed so much. Ironically enough, this is Boba Fett's helmet, so like he's supposed to be a bounty hunter, and his point of view is that like forget about peripheral vision. You gotta like look at little slits in the damn to look outside. Like how the hell did he become like that famous? Like his father / ultimate. Well, he's not a clone.
Clone daddy.
Yeah,
because
clone
Boba
daddy.
technically he is a clone. He's just they made him like his growth. They they made it normal.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like, I made sure to like try to look up as much as I could about the character because I don't want like, if in case I do gotta get in discussion about like I don't like look like an ass, but
no, that's all. I don't think anyone's gonna care that much. I mean, I don't. If you do care that much, like, I don't know, just what are you doing here? I don't know. We're very chill.
Yeah, just educate us. Don't be mean. Also, totally. But yeah, Stormtroopers 30% less accuracy no matter what. And one thing I'm definitely gonna be putting for sure is that if you are like literally one tile away from your enemy, you're definitely getting 100% accuracy. I will change the game of XCOM or XCOM style game.
Yeah, seriously. Because I can't tell you how many times I've missed on a 95, or it's like 95, and you're like, why? I'm swinging a sword. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why should I miss? This is a melee attack.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, sure, maybe the opponent can dodge, but they didn't implement that feature, so.
Yeah.
And another thing, you're making your own Jedi temple. It's after everything has gone to shit, because honestly, that has been done before. Yeah, that's sarcasm. You can't hear from my voice.
That'd be sick, though. Honestly,
I would fucking play the hell out of that, Not sure who will be the leader in quotes, because I don't think they will try to implement a leader kind of thing. But it's up. I mean, there'll be dialogue choices, so I want that to be the feature as well. You gotta have a leadership kind of thing where everyone answers to you, or you can try to have a little mini council of you and other trusted companions, which could be which which could become bigger as maybe you can go on special legacy kind of missions or whatever, where you could recruit like not like main name kind of characters, but more like the characters that have more leeway to be found in different planets.
Yeah,
So I
yeah, I
was
get you.
thinking, like get Luke, unless like maybe I don't know, maybe he can guest star in one of the missions. Like, oh my god, that's Luke. Or how like they have they like to keep up the theme of, oh shit, the galaxy's pretty big. So I'm like, who the hell is that? Like he looks like a nobody. We could probably take him. And I'm like, hey, he has a robotic hand.
Right.
But it could be you and other trusted companions in your console, and who knows, maybe Cal from Fallen Order can make an appearance. I would
Oh, that'd
definitely
be
want
cool.
that.
Yeah. I
Hell
haven't
yeah,
even played that game, but I still think it'd be cool. He's my
hell yeah.
favorite Ginger Jedi. He's the only one that I know, but
Right. I was thinking like, you know what? He's fucking cool for fucking I mean it's not like there's nothing wrong about gingers, but like fucking ginger protagonists, yeah, we need more of those. Those are pretty cool. But oh yeah, Aloy from is she? I think she is redheaded.
Who?
Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I thought she is. But
I
yeah, if
don't.
Cal
I don't
makes his
know.
appearance, I would love that. I mean, if I were to make this game, yeah, I would definitely have him in the game, especially for a special recruitment mission. And then you could edit your unit's appearance from their clothing, the color and type of material of the weapon. So you want to like go full customization with lightsabers and such.
Hmm.
That's an obvious yes, but I also want to make sure like you can also have characters customize their blasters. And I know like you can't like freaking like bling out the whole damn blaster, but you never know. I mean, why not? Just try to have some fun with it. It doesn't have to be lore accurate. But then again, you can also engrave on your blaster. So maybe it could be like a bit of adding a bit more significance to the character. I mean, your units that maybe you could like put in your head like there's a little story behind some of the engravings.
Hmm.
Some stuff like that. Or part of the culture, as shown from Book of Boba Fett. That was pretty cool. And if you have Jedi's, you can. Oh wait, hold on. Let me roll back. You can customize your voice and looks, except the ones you recruited in specific missions. More like the ones that are more integral to the story. So yeah. And their force tree, the Jedi's now I'm talking about. Jedi units can have their force trees that decide which powers they will have. And you can either choose an option where it's a random powers in their paths, and you can choose like which one you can choose one, but the other one will be locked out. It's something like that. Or you can
Right.
choose if whether or not they could either have some the force kind of powers or the darker side of the force. So hey, why not?
I think there should be like a cost and like reward system for that kind of like maybe the dark side powers are like stronger, but you could end up like I don't know hurting your allies, or something
Ooh,
like that. Because
yeah,
and then the dark side powers are like they're safer, but they're kind of more tame. Like
right.
um, I don't know. I think that'd be neat. I also think you could do it like some characters would randomly just be force sensitive, kind of like how some
Mm,
characters, if you test them in XCOM, how they have psionic capabilities.
hmm
Um, it'd be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Then you
and
could, yeah,
hmm go on.
I was gonna say, then you could like, because you know how you have to like train for different abilities or whatever in
Right,
XCOM in the psionic department or lab or whatever.
right.
This time it'd be like you read through the Jedi texts, like whatever, or you listen to holocron, or you meditate with holocron, some shit like that, just to gain the power or whatever. I think it'd be really cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, imagine having like a force healing involved. Like that would help out. Then you got your medic right there.
yeah, bro, I
Like,
want that.
yeah,
I
you
want
got.
this game now that we're actually talking about it.
I'm glad. I can make it sound cool. Like you got your normal medic for like from units that are not like force sensitive, but then you got your Jedi's that are force sensitive, and they got the option to like use force heal.
Yeah.
And then you got wait, what? Oh, then yeah, pretty much like lightning. Yeah, that shit will like shock others by accident. Or oh wow, sorry. Then you got mind control, which could also be very useful, and that can only like last for a couple turns. So there you go. And yes, you can edit normal units, blasters, or melee weapons, of course. Like I mentioned earlier. Oh, I probably read that. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I'm gonna be saying for that. Oh, funnily enough, you don't have to be so you don't have to be so human focused for your council. There's more like a council. This could be a council of peace where you just want to like help out people, or this could be a council of we gotta restore what was once lost. Like you're trying to bring back tradition. Yeah, I'm keeping those two things separate because there's a thing where people can see Jedi's as the bad guys, but like trying to be always see themselves as good. Or you could try to have your council like actually be by themselves, but they're saying, you know what? No, we could try to do our own thing. We need to be more. We need to think out more outside the box and can't always restrict ourselves to colleagues that may have grown old or outdated.
Yeah.
The last one is vengeance, where yeah,
I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't care. I'm doing that.
where you're pretty much like trying to think where you're like, okay, you know what, we gotta track down every single one of these guys that ever wronged us from that execute Order 66. So that does mean you will probably be executing like some villains, but also maybe if your character is like you want to play your character as someone who's a bit more like getting unstable as time goes on, they might even try to target some hero characters as well. So hey, you never know, because again, the philosophies of Jedi's and the full force in general is like pretty crazy. I love how
Especially during that time period too, you know?
yeah, it's amazing. Like when you just try and look at it overall, it's just like everyone's philosophies are different. So honestly, it's up to you and every whatever route you decide to take your council through, you can't always say like, oh, there's the bad guy side, there's the good guy side. But I mean, yeah, something designated, but it's up to you like what you want to do in each of those routes. So even by the ending of those three options, I mean those three paths, you can still have different scenarios where some are like, oh, but even with vengeance, don't strike those that actually after they've reached a point where they stopped and realized that they need to at least punish those that have done wrong. But then for the very dark side, like they start trying to start implementing their own galaxy order or whatever the fuck, and do taxes.
Do taxes.
So yeah, I was thinking of that. And for my last part of adding into this game, funnily enough, you don't have to only have like human characters, as I was mentioning earlier before I realized I should say more. You can recruit Wookiees, Ewoks, yes, really, and droids when you get to a certain level of council level.
Bro, that would be sick, honestly.
Yeah.
But there's so many species of like in Star Wars too. I think you gotta throw the Twi'leks in there also. Like I feel like there should be some that you have unlocked. Like maybe the base, like the standard ones, like maybe the Twi'leks, like, and for those of you that don't know, all the Star Wars terminology, those are the blue people with the little like tentacle hair things. Them. You know what else would be fun? Like as a unit that you would have to unlock, Trandoshans. You know who Bosk is? That lizard man? Yeah.
Oh,
Those would be so sick.
like honestly, yeah, this is your council. Like you don't have to restrict yourself to saying like, you know what they say, the force is like everywhere. Then fuck it. Even um, any good unit is everywhere as well. Just I mean, not even a fucking Ewok though. Like just fuck. I mean, I'll add in their ability saying like, oh, they could climb fucking high ass ledges or trees, and then they could do a special move where they jump down from that height. The higher the height, the greater the lethality,
Mm-hmm.
and they can strike down like anybody. Like it could get ridiculous.
That'd be sick, dude.
Oh yeah, and I guess for the council level, I guess for rookies, I don't know. All those guys are pretty strong. So I guess like their toughness level will go up. I
Mhm.
mean, what more can I say? I mean, what like the freaking last one gets a missile launch? Well, not missile launcher, but something close to it. For
A
Ewoks,
bowcaster.
huh?
The Wookiee bowcaster. You remember? Because you remember in the
Over
what was it? Episode 7, 8, one of them.
one of those.
How like Han grabs it and he shoots it to big ass like explosion.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I want one of these. Yeah,
I really like
that's
this.
sick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That'd
that's
be
pretty.
really cool.
Then you have what's it called? The Ewoks. So you can have like your normal Ewoks, like the basic grunts, like oh he'll throw rocks. That's for sure.
Throw
But you have
rocks.
the other ones where they start like implementing in spears and such. Like why wouldn't they know this? I don't know. The council wasn't smart to begin with, so we can't be smart to begin with either. Like we learn as we grow. And at the highest level, like now you got like Ewok chiefs, and they know some stuff. Like they all sound like knows subterfuge kind of shit. I'm just imagining the craziest things that you could do in this game. And for
Bro, if you had
droids,
Night Sisters who could use like dark side sorcery and shit, because you know how they're like famous for that and stuff.
that's true. That's very
Yeah,
true.
that'd
Creepy
be
shit.
sick.
Hell yeah. And for droids, well, you got your normal Roger Rogers, but of course you can always like try to like again level up your council level to like where oh our council has more material stuff for this now, and you can start making those fucking rolling bastards
The
pop up. And,
Droidicas, yeah.
yeah, make them be on your side now. Like imagine that. Like that will change up the battlefield. And who knows? I mean, honestly, I would love it. I would love to have a game like this. And I don't know though, because I was thinking like, shit, how big can the battlefields be, man? I'm just thinking, bro, it's fucking Star Wars. Like, do you think I don't think people would care. Like, imagine having that kind of playground like for different maps.
Mhm.
Shoot, I would love that. But explore planets that haven't been put on film or TV yet. Like, there's so much material that you could do with a game like that. But yeah, that's pretty much my Star Wars game that I would try to I don't know sell the idea to the companies or
Pitch
whatever.
to him, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, pitch. I mean, honestly, I would play the hell out of that game. That would be amazing.
I would too, dude. Especially, I feel like you can leave the like the story pretty open ended. I mean, you could have like a general like relative like again because assuming this is like after Order 66 and stuff like this takes place into time. You know, you have Imperial remnants chilling there. You
Right.
have you have some like droid people still. They just you know because droids in the Star Wars universe they're on random ass planets and they're like they're active. They're just not currently at war or anything. You can have those units. You know, you could
True.
have random ass like. There's so many factions and so many things you could do. I feel like I don't know. Honestly, I would make it. I would make it fucking complicated. I would make it the most complicated game ever. Like, but you know, Star Wars fans well, I want to say like super fans. I consider myself a super fan. I like Star Wars a lot. But like people would love that shit if you start. Imagine. Okay, so your new council, right? Like Jedi
Yeah.
Council or whatever, or Jedi Council. Your new council. Let's
Right.
put it that way. Uh, what if you have different like policies or something? You know, you might have like Mandalorian way as an example. You know what I mean? Like the whole this is the way thing. So you know you get like different buffs to your like Mandalorian units or to your troops and stuff, or like there will be certain policies like oh, you know, warfare is fine, and then your units they would like what if they fucking they change their tactics based on the policies you make. Like as an example, like if you're like, oh, it's fine, Mandalorian way, fuck them all. Then they're like, okay, and they start using like deadly explosives and they kill like so many innocents and things like that. Like they don't care about collateral damage. They're just badass, you know.
Mm.
Or like you know, you could be peaceful protectors as Jedi, and then like you know, you always try to apprehend people and whatever, you know. I don't know. I think it'd be sick.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Also, yeah, like that's why I was thinking, you know what, this could have been done a long time ago. Like, why couldn't we do this cool kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I just if only they had more free reign for LucasArts games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my Star Wars XCOM style Star Wars pitch game thingy.
I like it. I like it a lot, Alex. This is getting me excited, even though it's probably never gonna happen. You know.
Fuck, I know. Like,
Mhm.
pretty sure some people will like listen to this and say like, "Fuck, now I want this," but no,
Yeah.
we can't. Now for the next game, which got like one vote. So this is for you, one for the to the listener that decided, you know what? No, I want this kind of game.
The one guy going against the grain.
Yeah, the Swamp Thing survival horror game, and you would. And I was thinking, huh? I don't know what I was thinking when I put this in one of the votes. But I was thinking, what if you're trying to survive against Swamp Thing? And I'm just thinking, how would that even work though? Because this fucker is like overpowered as hell. Just put him some near some plants, and he'll kill you with them, in just under a second. But I was thinking, what if you? Okay, this is just like its own DC universe kind of thing. Because I know like DC really got different universes already, and when it's trying to like create its own timeline. So I'm not gonna even
Mhm.
get into that area. But just for the games, or I don't know. This big game, there's a random, very skilled mercenary got hired by some mysterious company. Later on, it's gonna be revealed to be Lex Luthor, of course, who fucking like hires you to do this. But you got sent to some random rainforest. No, some random forest. That would make more sense. And you were in a very, very, very large convoy delivering a nuclear bomb.
Right.
Why only doing it on land? You don't question that. You're a fucking mercenary. You just get hired.
Yeah.
You get paid to do it. Like who the hell are you to like question the paycheck? And as you're like you get a call and you're just about like I guess we could say like this is someone who's supposed to be significant, like maybe like mission control, whatever. But then some people somebody in the man started getting a radio call saying like the trees are moving, our men are freaking dying, shit like that.
Right.
Some stupid shit like that. Like make it like a horror movie kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then yeah, all of a sudden a big ass explosion happened. Luckily you're at a distance where the nuclear explosion didn't kill your ass, surprisingly.
Right.
And considering that you survived, that doesn't mean that um everyone else is dead. I'm trying to like not trying to play like the usual trope, like oh
Yeah.
you're the
Yeah.
last
I'm
survivor.
the last one. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So there could be some other stragglers, but then there's gonna I actually now that I'm thinking this along the way because I didn't do the notes for this one. I'm not gonna
Right.
lie, but I'm digging through it in my head. I was thinking, whoa, this is gonna get freaky. So you survive the blast, you wake up, and then you answer your radio. Mission control is saying, okay, this is Lex Luthor. Like, you're what the hell happened? You're like trying to explain, like, oh, okay, the tree's moving and shit like that. And he's like, God damn it, he's not supposed to wake up right now. And just thinking, like, what are you talking about? And, like the swamp thing. He's supposed to be. Why am I doing the voice for it? God, I'm really
Mhm.
into this. Like the swamp thing. He's still trying to rest from his fight with put as a random villain that actually can put some has some effect against Swamp Thing. Which
Mhm.
there's like a couple of things, but he's pretty freaking strong when I was trying to look up the weaknesses and such. But yeah, he Swamp Thing is weakened right now, and like they were trying to thought like okay maybe we could go find Swamp Thing and whatever resting place he may have found for himself,
Right.
and find him, put the bomb near him, and then set it off. So that and the reason why he had a huge ass convoy in the first place. Well, what else in case anything goes wrong? And things really went wrong. Wow, this sounds like a big story that I actually want to get to, but
Mhm.
now you realize, okay, so now I got, and then, oh, and Luke Luthor gave you an offer saying, if you can find Swamp Thing and kill him yourself, I will pay you whatever obscene amount of money because that motherfucker's rich, obviously.
Yeah.
But you're still thinking to yourself, like, either I run the hell out of here, or I actually try to kill Swamp Thing. And you got those two choices. You have those two choices to like go down either path. Like it's either, oh man, see this. I don't know how game designers do this kind of thing because honestly, for me, I will find this tricky. But you gotta have to either go choose the route that you leave the forest in general. Like, I mean, I can't like go too deep into detail because again, I didn't write down the notes. Or you could try to find Swamp Thing because you have a piece of equipment on you that says the location for like a homing rocket or whatever, or maybe a second fucking bomb.
Right.
Your character's not too bright, thinking like, maybe if I get myself here, then they could kill them off right here. But then don't think about, hey, what about me though? So just try to ignore that because, you can't always expect logic to come true for some characters. That's
Nope.
the thing.
Yeah. Just nope. Just
So
they're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're just quirky like that. Let's be honest. They're just quirky.
They are. So now to focus on like now the characters. I mean no. Now the focus after the call ends. Now you want to like try to look for Swamp Thing. So of course like he has to be at the heart. You're looking at your map. It's like a digital kind of map because apparently most of your equipment is okay for the most part, at least for now. Because anyway, right here, the fucking heart of the forest. This is where I have to go. So you start making your way there, but then you got your gun, you have your stuff, like at least a couple things. You also pick up some. You can make some makeshifts, Molotovs, stuff like that, which could be essential to you because one thing I know for sure is one thing is weak to fire. Apparently, he's affected by littering, but it's not like I'm gonna have you fucking throw a can at him. And like, oh,
I was gonna say, haha, I'll take you down in 30 years. Just like, or you fucking dump oil or something, you know?
yeah. But yeah, so fire is definitely for sure, but he also is pollution as well. So maybe like fucking fire off some napalm or something like that, heavy stuff like that.
Yeah.
But how exactly can you fight against an entity that is fucking everywhere? Well, the forest has been kind of messed up, so it's like burnt as trees that are not like going to be withstanding. Like even if you try to control them, they will crumble apart. So that's how you get around that little
Right.
obstacle of trying to write the story for this game. But what are the normal what are the normal enemies? You got like the normal plants that like survive that he could like use as vines, or and you got your machete. You could cut those shits like you could like dodge them and then try to cut. And soon enough, like those freaking vines will like die out because they're weakened enough as it is from all the cuts.
Right.
And you got like your little plants that like will fucking fire really deadly spores at you and such like that. And you kind of like either try to shoot it from the stem, or again, get in close and personal, cut it down with a machete.
Right.
Now I'm thinking into the horror side of things, though. Sometimes you gotta go through gas fields where you will start coughing up blood if whenever you're trying to get through, and if you don't get through it quick enough, you will die. I mean, you will die off, or hallucinogenic kind of gas will make you see like very, very tall 100-foot talent monsters.
Mhm.
It'd be a crazy ass feature to try to implement, but honestly, it'd be pretty cool. And when you get through them, all of a sudden you realize like, oh shit, these were just trees all along, and like normal ass trees turn into giants because of the gas.
Right.
And one more piece of hard kind of implementation is some the plants have kind of mutated from this nuclear blast like real quick because of um Swamp Thing's power. It's
Yeah.
we're trying to like heal back nature real quick and such. So maybe things sort of heal, but not in the right way. And
I get you.
because the
Yeah.
radiation all of a sudden some of the plants can actually take control of freaking human bodies, and like they fucking straggle towards you. I'm not gonna try to have them run towards you or walk, but straggle, because I
Right.
feel like having something like try to struggle to move towards you, but can still do major damage against you. I feel like that's something like, oh shit, no, I hate this so much.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so imagine that. Like you're saying, first, I think the first encounter, I want the first plant controlled human being will be facing away from you. It's like, hey, you, are you okay? Shit like that, because why not?
Right,
But if
right.
they turn around you, all of a sudden you realize like they also you see just a plant pot out growing out of their mouth, and it's like, Jesus, what the fuck? Because honestly, how the hell would you not? I mean, fucking Batman would probably say like, oh no, he's been turned. Like, oh okay, yeah, you don't get nightmares from this after that.
Right.
So yeah, now you can try to shoot those down, of course, like normal shot to the head, stuff like that. I mean, but you headshots will probably be very essential because, again, the fucking brain controls most of everything. Like this is one of those few times where one headshot is more than enough.
Right, right, right.
I'm not gonna try to like do overkill unless nightmare mode requires 5 headshots or unloading a whole ass magazine, which would obviously suck for any
Yeah,
heart.
yeah.
The chase are just as effective though. Like you can cut off the limbs, and if you want, you can just freaking cut off the freaking arms and legs, but then like just leave them waddling on the air. Waddling on the fucking ground, and don't use machete anymore because your machete will wear and tear. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes, the game will have like the mechanics of your weapons like degrading over time.
Hmm.
That's why that's why it's important to find human controlled plants. I mean, plant controlled humans. Mm. But it's also deadly to try and do that. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep them like you got to keep everyone like there has to be a reason for them to. I guess like I don't know. There has to be something for them to do to upkeep that they really don't want to. Because let's be honest, in those like survival horror type games, and you're like, oh my god, come on, like you don't want to have to go through an extra step. Like I don't know why those games really fuck with me for some reason. Even games that aren't survival horror, but like when there's a lot of things to keep on top of when you're trying your best to keep on top of them, but
Yeah,
you're scared at the same time, or like you're anxious or whatever. Like that stuff is rough. So that's
it
a good
is.
call.
Thanks. Uh, Honestly, I don't think there's any more I can add to it. I mean, fuck, trying to get to Swamp Thing will not be too easy because you got different paths. Like, I mean, it's an open world kind of, well, not open world, but more, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Hmm.
So you're going through the path to him to find and kill Swamp Thing. And also for like maybe a first for some of the DC games, you're also a villain as well, and that's not usually typical for a fucking superhero or supervillain kind of game. Even
Right,
though it's
right.
going to be supervillain games in the first place, you're just a normal ass mercenary, just trying to look for the biggest paycheck of his life, trying to kill a fucking demigod.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, who wouldn't love to play something like that?
yeah. And like imagine getting like succeeding, right? Because odds are you're probably not going to, but imagine if you did, and you got
Right.
like just like $100 million as an example or something.
Hmm.
Like, can you imagine, bro? You're like, wow, I had a 0 point. Well, I don't know, dude. You gotta think like the mindset of mercenaries is kind of weird because they're just like, yeah, could die, fuck it, like
Dude,
that's
it's
work.
so weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, like how can you just be so adamant about your own death? Like he's just like, can happen. I don't
yeah,
mind.
because
Like
if
what?
there's anything that could potentially cause me bodily harm or like mortal danger, then I'm really disposed to like just nope away from that. Like,
Right.
dude, imagine. Okay, so one thing I think would be really cool to do would be to work on an oil rig. Right?
Really?
Like one of the oil rigs in the sea. So
Okay.
like you're there and I'm not sure if they sleep on the oil rig. I don't know. I haven't looked into it or anything. I'm not sure if they take a boat out every morning, but imagine working on one. But then I don't know. I just think it'd be so sick. You're just there doing like some, I don't know, engineering, hammering shit, like whatever. I don't know. And then you just see a wave crashes into the rig, and you're just there and you're chilling, and you're like, ah, yeah, this is bad. I think it'd be sick, but then they can just explode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it explodes, what do? Die. That's right. That's the correct answer. You die. That's pretty much it. You know? Yeah, I can't get into like danger like that. Danger. Not on purpose anyway. You know?
Right. Like you're actively putting yourself at risk of death every single
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like just damn what I was saying, like a paycheck is just a paycheck. I'll take it whether or not whether I'm gonna die or not. I'm like, why? Why would you do that?
Dude, you could get a real job. You could, you know what I mean? Like you could be an accountant. You can make a lot of money like that.
Yeah, and it's just thinking like, oh, I don't like the normalcy, or like, oh, I don't want to be a sheep. I'm like, dude, you're just getting a fucking paycheck. Like, what do you think
If
you
it's
want?
just about the paycheck, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, unless he's like trying to look for a reason to die as well, or maybe he has no family, or he lost his love, or something like that. Maybe that's why he's trying to get him. Because I don't know, I think, wow, this is gonna get real. Like I think I'm looking back at criminals in freaking Marvel or DC movies, and like they got the most petty reasons to like try to get rich real quick, just because
Yes.
like they try to think they think it will fix the relationships they broke because of their own dumbass actions, not because, I mean, yeah, they try to get money because they think it will fix their stupid mistakes, even though really
Whatever situation they've put themselves in, yeah.
yeah, like instead of being a better person, they just think like, oh, you know what? Maybe I have all the money in the world. Maybe I'll
Money
take
solves everything. Yeah.
yeah. So you can maybe you the protagonist gotta have some. You're gonna have some really dumbass thoughts like that. So yeah, that's my Swamp Thing horror. Wow, horror survival game. It's something not too crazy or unique, but I was thinking, you know what? I think it would be pretty cool to play something like that, just for the hell of it, just for a mercenary really trying to take on fucking even though he is weakened, but still, that's a demigod. A freaking demigod known as Swamp Thing.
Yeah, dude, seriously, like I don't know, like any entity that's like, a demigod, a god or a demigod or anything like that, you'd think like, yeah, I don't want to fuck with that. Weekend or not, dude. It's like imagine, I don't know. It's like, what if some guy is like, oh, okay, here's the devil, like the real life devil, like from all the books. He's here. He's at like 40% though. I think we got a show. I'll be like, the fuck you talking about? I no. Yeah.
Yeah, and then or you're like, oh, you know what? You're the world's best chess master, right? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. And I'm like, okay, maybe you could take on the devil himself in the chess match. You could become the richest man in the world. I'm like, fuck no. I mean, like, what happens to me? Like, I could just go to hell, and will that fix anything? No.
I could just go. Yeah, I could just go to hell. What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's win or lose because then, like, yeah, you get the money, but what happens next afterwards? Like, you think he's gonna let that loss go? Uh-uh. But yeah, that's pretty much my Swamp Thing survival horror game pitch as well. If you guys don't want it, fine, and I'll keep it myself and make my own indie
We'll
game.
make it.
Yeah, and then we'll just call it something else like
Fuck
Plant Man or some
Plant Man.
Plant Man.
Imagine buying a video game at GameStop called Plant Man. Do you guys have Plant Man? They're like, that's not one of those names, but you know what? It'll sell. It'll sell like hotcakes.
Okay, I mean, fucking skateboard pitch. I mean, what was it, Skatebird? I saw it on sale for a Game Pass.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm kind of. I mean, if I'm intrigued by it from after what you described, then hey, Plant Man could be a thing. I believe in it. But
yeah.
So yeah, that's the end of our segment for random pitches from my weird mind. I mean, Nathan, like, you got any final thoughts on them before moving on to the next topic?
As far as the Swamp Thing go, I have no idea about like I don't keep up on that stuff, but it sounds like a fun game to play. The Star Wars thing, like I said, I would drag it out and I'd make it like borderline unplayable. Not really, just super complicated. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah, dude, they sound fun. I actually like. especially the Star Wars one, because that's right up my alley. I'm upset now that that we don't fucking that we don't have this.
Right.
So
Like it's a
whatever.
great game to like really try out. So the fact that we can't do it is just sad.
Yeah.
But
Oh
without
well though.
moving on from the sadness, now for I don't know, depending on who you are, Microsoft buying fucking Activision Blizzard. That's crazy ass thing to say, and it was a crazy ass thing to read throughout throughout this week. Actually, wait, was it yesterday or the day before? Day before that?
It was like the day before, I think.
Oh, okay, well, it's about to be the day before that. Right.
Yeah.
So everything,
Yeah.
because by the time this episode comes out, it's Thursday,
Hmm.
I think. Yeah, but wow, Microsoft freaking for like 70 billion or something like that. That's some crazy ass money right there.
Yeah, it
That's
is a lot.
and this is making a lot of people say like this is cause a monopoly. Oh no, like now we're waiting for Nintendo and PlayStation to make their move. Everyone's throwing that out. I'm just thinking, shit. Everyone's like already trying to like hound on Microsoft for buying another studio. And I mean, I get it. Like, unless if you don't understand like monopolies and stuff like that, I understand where people can come from. But there's still plenty of studios out there that still aren't owned by Microsoft. I mean, they could potentially be bought, but at the same time, if these other companies were to buy studios themselves, pretty sure there will also be like the same comments being
They
made.
would be doing it if they could, honestly.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just feel like whenever it comes to Microsoft, they just make a bigger deal out of it.
I feel like I'm not sure about like this move, to be honest. Like I'm not sure that I can really be that critical of it. I'm not sure
Mm.
because think about the mess they inherited with all this shit going on before at Activision Blizzard. They
Right.
inherited like a big fucking PR. Like things better shape up there under Microsoft. Otherwise, that's really gonna hurt Microsoft's like uh it's gonna hurt the shareholders and stuff. You get me? Like
Yeah.
they better clean it up over there.
Yeah. They brought that up. Like, I think there's gonna be a plan where Bobby Kotick, whatever the fuck his first name is, I don't give a shit. He's a piece of shit. They said that he's gonna be fired out. He's gonna be leaving the company like in 2023. I'm just like, shit, can't come soon enough then.
Why
But
not now? That's
I
what I
know,
don't
right?
get.
I don't know.
Maybe he has like a contract or something that they
Most
can't
likely.
really yeah,
Yeah.
probably something like that. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about the contracts and everything else. Like, I can't understand the whole politics within the gaming world, but I know that he is most likely he will be kicked out because how the hell are you gonna keep someone like that still in the industry? Then you have Phil Spencer always saying like, okay, they're gonna be answering to me now. Like everyone, like where they're gonna be making moves and such, they're gonna be answering to
Yeah,
him. Just thinking, okay, I mean that's a bit reassuring because at least they're not gonna be answering to another piece of shit like fucking Kotick.
yeah,
And who knows? Hopefully they can clean up Blizzard Activision's Blizzard's acts, especially with all the controversies, like all those people, those terrible people that are like performing all these terrible acts on women and men. Well, just I guess on everybody. So yeah, and hopefully, yeah, just clean up their image a bit more. And who knows? Hopefully, bring out some more games from companies that I mean, some pieces of the studios that haven't been put in the spotlight for a long time. Because people were saying like, I made Banjo Kazooie or pretty much other Activision Blizzard characters can come out as well.
Mhm.
It's just a matter of time though, because I I believe Microsoft already did some studio purchases and they haven't used those IPs for a bit, so I guess it's just a waiting game. I'm not sure if they're gonna try to buy one more big ass studio or try to do a couple more studios before finally deciding to do something with those IPs or not.
I
It's
think they're trying to get the big names and stuff. I don't think they're necessarily. I think they're doing it for the exclusives. Like think about it, okay? Because Activision currently makes Call of Duty games, right? If I'm
Right.
not mistaken.
Yeah.
So like, imagine Call of Duty being exclusive to Xbox. That'd be kind of a game changer, you know?
Yeah, that will be insane. I'm just thinking, shit. I know some of the boys in our Discord will get so freaking mad about that. Like,
Exactly.
PlayStation users will be talking some mad shit about Xbox players just because they're able to play the newest and latest Call of Duty games now.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's what we're headed towards, if I'm honest, because like how they bought Bethesda, and that's like an obvious one. That's like, oh yeah, they want Skyrim and Fallout. They want those exclusive. Like
Yeah.
they want exclusivity in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember Mason like saying like, "Oh, you can keep your Elder Scrolls. Like, we're gonna have Spider-Man, Wolverine, and everybody else." I was thinking, I mean, damn. I mean, I know you're hurt, but you don't take it out on me. Like, well, I mean,
Yeah.
considering you also have an Xbox, but I was like, don't need to take it out on us. Like, we didn't do shit. Damn.
Well, and you gotta think though. The thing about the Elder Scrolls is it's become like, isn't Elder Scrolls like the series and stuff? Isn't it like the most? Wasn't Skyrim like the most fucking? I don't know, man. I think it's like the most ported game of all time. Because think about it. It started out on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and then didn't they like remaster it again
Yes.
for the newer gen consoles? Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. Like Elder Scrolls 6 fucking Tamriel, where it's just the whole fucking continent and you can like play that game for 20 years before you ever are done with it. I mean, like that's a big draw. You know what I mean? I honestly think that it's big enough. Like maybe I don't know what to call Elder Scrolls 6, but like Skyrim 2, I think that's that's big enough to get people to buy the Xbox for that alone. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they can do a lot with the IPs they have obtained. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Personally, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel. I mean, hey, cool, more games for Game Pass. That's not bad.
That's true. That's something to think about.
Yeah, they're gonna have a shitload of stuff for their library. Like, oh my goodness. Then um, I think just a lot of people are saying like, oh, they're monopolizing everything. Like they're saying this and that, this and that. I was like, damn. I mean, hopefully they could show that same energy whenever another gaming company would do this, something like that.
Yeah,
Nothing else. I honestly at this point, I'm just thinking, you know what? Wait, this is how the gaming wars happen. Like, I'm not sure if it's a gaming war. I'm pretty sure it's just like business as usual. All I know is that Microsoft better not like do NFTs and stuff like that. That's just my concern right there. um, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess it's hard to say more on this topic because it's just more of a wait and see at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe Call of Duty is gonna be not like an annual release kind of thing. It's more gonna be like you know what, do like every 2 years, every 3 years, like start putting some space between development times. Because I know
Maybe.
if with Microsoft, they want to be putting out very quality shit. So
They do. Like, honestly, especially like right now, you got to take that into consideration. Like, right now, Microsoft does kind of have the advantage because you can get a new generation Xbox, but not so much like the PlayStation 5 you still can't get. Did you see that article, by the way? I didn't read the article. I'll be honest with you. I only saw the headline. That they're going to solve the PS5 problem by making more PS4s. Like, what the fuck? Doesn't make sense.
Wait, what?
Yeah, okay. Because I guess the thinking is like, oh, no one can like buy PlayStation 5 still. Or like it's like limited, you know what I mean? They're still really hard to come by. So they're going to produce more PlayStation 4s instead. Because they were planning on like gradually like they weren't planning on making any more, like stopping production at some point, but they're gonna make more. So that, well, you can't buy a PlayStation 5, but you can buy a PlayStation 4 at least, which doesn't make sense to me. Because it's like, imagine wanting a corn dog, right? And this company is like, oh, we don't have any more corn dogs, but we'll give you a hot dog with some You know, we'll give you a hot dog with I don't know, like what substitute for the fucking corn dog, bit of corn dog. But like, you know, we'll throw some bread around, and you're like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't want a hot dog and bread. Like, what are you doing? It's just weird to me. It's a weird approach to try to solve a problem. You know?
Right. Right. Honestly, I just don't get it, but I just know like people are just like listing. I'm like, oh my god, they can do so much. Like, please bring back some of these IPs that Activision Blizzard have been ignoring. And I don't know. Well, what about fucking Overwatch or other stuff like that? Like
Who
either
knows?
I don't know. It's crazy. And I'm pretty sure like even if you were to look up stuff right now, like okay, see, look, there's one oh it's a podcast. One podcast said tweeted out they're called Lose Yourself Pod. They asked like, all right, when are we gonna get our own Xbox Smash Brawler? I want to see Master Chief kick the shit out of Spyro. Like you got shit like that being said now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was bound to happen, of course, because well, now that they got more characters under their arsenal, it's only a matter of time before people start making more requests.
Oh
And
yeah,
with more requests comes more disappointment if those things don't come to fruition.
I get you.
Yeah.
I think that I think the Smash kind of games are actually like, I think people have realized, hey, we can do this. Like not just Nintendo. I think
Right.
they realize that. Okay, because from what I've heard, I haven't played it yet. Although I technically can. My cousin has it on Steam, and Steam has this neat feature where it's called remote play. You know,
Uh-huh.
and basically you just have to like one of you has to own the game. That's it, and then your homie can come play with you. You know, they have to have they have to have Steam and stuff, you know, and they have to have you as a friend, whatever, and you know, but I mean, that's pretty good. You can play with them. You can play with them, like the multiplayer and stuff. So I can play it. I just haven't played it yet, but I've heard it's pretty. I've heard it's pretty fun. You know,
Yeah.
and I think if that's true, if it is fun, I mean, I don't know why other companies haven't thought of this before. To be honest with you, because I mean, I think we as a community, like as a gaming community, if you want to call us that, we've been like, we were saying that for a long time about Sony. We were saying like, oh, dude, like if Sony had one, I actually remember, it might have been with you, it might have been with another friend of mine, I don't know, but we legit talked about like if Sony had a like a, I was gonna say battle royale, not a battle royale, a Smash Bros type game, you know, and
Yeah.
like we were talking about like, oh, imagine Kratos, dude, like just fighting Sly Cooper, like that'd be sick. Because at the time, and I'm not sure if like God of War, I'm not sure if it's like an exclusive, because I know it's on PC now, so I don't know. I don't know how it goes with all the legality, but at the time it was definitely a Sony. Like you couldn't play it on Xbox at any rate, you know. So I don't know, but you know we were talking about shit like that. I think that there's a lot of potential in that market, you know.
There really is. Yeah, I mean, if they want to do that, something like that, I'm cool with it. I'm still trying to just save up some money to get Nintendo. All I mean, Nickelodeon All Stars, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to support them because they seem like a very genuinely nice people that wanted to make this game. This is like
Honestly, they seem like a pleasant group of people. They really do. It seems like they're making
yeah,
this out of love, you know?
definitely. Like, you can hear it out of them, like the way like a lot of the members are like saying like, oh, we want to make do with this kind of stuff more. And like, yeah, we hear your request, but like our fucking well, I mean, obviously they didn't add the fucking part. Like our company is not like letting us like have as much budget and stuff like that. I'm just like, why though? Like you could I mean you guys I mean the fucking company didn't decide like, oh, you know what, let them have some more budgeting so they can hire voice acting and stuff like that. Like how the hell like they just I guess they just want to put this out as a cash grab while you have these guys wanting to make a game where people can actively enjoy them as much
Yeah, yeah.
as freaking and obviously I don't let me just say right here and now, I don't give a shit about it being a smash killer. I just want it to be something to be enjoyable. That's all I care about for
Yeah.
Nickelodeon All Stars. Brawl, whatever. Yeah, like one day I'll get it. I definitely will. That's a promise. But
I
yeah,
probably
that's
will.
pretty much all I can say for the purchase of Microsoft. I mean, yeah, the purchase of Activision Blizzard. Just
By Microsoft, yeah.
yeah, just good luck, Microsoft. You got a lot. You got a lot on your hands right now.
No, they really do. That would be my primary concern. Like as a company, I don't know that I would. Maybe okay, because you got to think about this. Maybe if Microsoft could make it like, if they could turn them around and whatever, if they could make it a reputable place again, if they could make it decent, then that's good PR on Microsoft. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's people like, oh look, they saved this pretty much like shitty company, and then more people would have faith in them, and more people would
Yeah.
want to be like stockholders and whatnot. So I mean, I think I think it makes sense.
Honestly, it'd be a very.
Only if they're very competent in there, which they must be. They must feel like they can, you know. But yeah, I'm sorry, you were gonna say something, Alex?
I was gonna say like it'll be a huge ass missed opportunity if they did try to fix things.
Yeah, I agree. There's no way they. I mean, they can't. They can't just not try to fix things. Things are already so shit over there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. I just remember one more video game related kind of topic to go over quickly, and because I just gotta remember as soon as NFTs were mentioned, I was thinking, oh shit, can't forget about this part, which kind of like is if you guys haven't heard, recently fucking Troy Baker, the guy that does a lot of voices for video games. Like if you haven't heard him at least in one of your games, then holy shit, you gotta be choosing very specific ones to not hear him in the first place. But I'm not sure if it was this week or last week. No, most like this week because this week has been going crazy. Recently, he has made a tweet saying like, "Oh, like join me as I'm like joining supporting NFT for voice acting." And the thing is, like, I guess people could like use the voices of voice actors to like have them say things they would normally say, like freaking deep fakes, except for like
Yeah, yeah.
audio.
But with your voice.
Yeah, so obviously a lot of voice actors like said like, you know what, I would never support NFTs like this and stuff like that because one, uh, a deep fake kind of voice thing NFT would put voice actors out of business.
Hmm.
Like it would rob them of their jobs, saying like, oh, like we don't need humans now. Like no, the fucking reason why voice acting works in the first place is because a lot of people are actually very passionate about the role they are given,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you got like the mocap capture. Well, I mean, well, that's kind of like redundant, but like the mocap stuff, like you can't like act out those scenes with a robot. Like those are some powerful scenes that need to be acted out. Like it just adds so much more to the game experience and stuff, or to the story of the game.
Right.
So the fact that he, of all people, supports something like that, which could hurt his livelihood and then it hurts his own coworkers' livelihoods, it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Like I got quick. I got pissed real quick, especially when like there's a certain part of his tweet that came off as very snobby and standoffish, where he said, you can choose to hate or create." And I was thinking,
Okay.
yeah, and then I was just like so I was just freaking flabbergasted, man. I was like thinking like how the fuck freaking quote tweeted it is like you can choose to create or I mean you can choose to hate or you can choose to create. And I was like you can go screw yourself for trying to pretty much like acting like you're better than everyone. So like
Yeah,
that
I
like,
feel you. I feel you.
they're like oh you're just haters. But like now like I think he made another tweet where he was saying like I need to think on this more. I need to like reflect. And I was like, and he's like, I was just trying to make a story. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what are you even trying to say? Like, he's just talking out of his ass now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, you got other people like speaking of. Now there's like more celebrities or stuff like that. I mean, people like them saying like, oh yeah, NFTs are great, and like they had fucking Matthew Lillard the fucking guy that played Shaggy in Scooby Doo, the live action Scooby Doo movie, or also known as the guy that was like one of the killers in Scream. If you haven't seen that movie, what the fuck? Anyways, Matthew Matthew Lillard of all fucking people said like I was supporting fucking NFTs for actors. So I was just saying like what why is this even gonna work? Like why? Why would you do this? And, like it's so disappointing to see like some great actors fucking, you know, just doing this kind of shit.
Dude, people in Hollywood are just detached. They don't know what the fuck they're supporting. I feel like honestly, they hear like I don't know. They think a different way than like us normal people. I truly think. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Seems like they're all on like I don't want to say like on weird fucking like kind of wavelengths, but I don't know, man. I mean, it's like you ever hear about like celebrities not showering and stuff because like it's
Right.
natural, you know, and they're like, oh, this is how like it's intended to be, and like all this shit. It's very
Yeah.
strange. And I'm like, dude, you're
Yeah.
just smelly. Like anyone, if you weren't rich and famous, people would fucking like be on your case for it. But since you're not, since you are, you know, I don't know. It's just they're weird. They're weird. They really
It
are. They're
is.
weird.
Fuck.
But yeah.
And then recently, who was the actor that supports cryptocurrency? Hold on, I'm trying to look right now. Matt Damon. Okay, so I was right in my head. Fuck, fucking Matt Damon. Like how he was supporting like crypto, saying like be bold or some shit like that.
Who's Matt Damon again? Is that the guy who was
I think he was the born identity guy.
there's like for some reason um is wait, Matt Damon, he's the guy who wrote Good Will Hunting, no? Who is Will in Good Will Hunting?
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck, man? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I see cryptocurrency. I don't know much about cryptocurrency to be completely honest with you, but I do know it's a Ponzi scheme, right? I know that like that all that stuff is because the general idea is like, oh, let's go and wait for these prices to rise. You just have to like, I don't know. It's like inside trading almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you know you want to trade when the prices are super high, but all that stuff is coordinated. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
Definitely.
like I don't know. I don't know. It's like you have to be really lucky to actually. I would never tell people like, oh, go invest in this or go invest in that because you. It all comes down to luck. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it can
So
ruin lives. That's for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
But recently, like the fucking website he was like supporting or whatever, it recently got like filed, got lost or whatever, because like some the guy that was in charge of it or whatever was scamming people, and like now they're trying to like recover losses or whatever the hell was going on. Like all I know is that that website got fucked. So
Yeah, yeah.
that and that should show to show NFT supporters that they're next. Obviously, they're next. Like, I love that everyone's giving a lot of backlash to anybody that support NFTs. Like, I freaking love seeing it happening. Like, honestly,
Mhm.
people who keep doing it, good for you. Keep fucking doing what you're doing. It's awesome that you're speaking out against these crazy ass people that support stuff that is not even supposed that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But yeah, in conclusion, fuck NFTs.
It's just the weirdest fucking thing I've ever like. Because I don't know, man. You think about stocks, and it's like at least stocks have some sort of value like associated to them. Because like
Right.
I remember, do you remember that show Duck Dynasty?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I remember one of the guys. I think it was Phil, the guy who got canceled for like for this was back when cancel culture was first starting. If you remember that,
Mm.
um, he got canceled because he got like removed from the show or something because he um you know, he said, I guess someone asked him, well, I'm not sure about the whole story, but like, you know, it was basically his stance on homosexuality, I guess, that got
Oh.
him it was that guy. Um and think what you want about him. I mean, I think that I don't know, he said something that was really smart, and I think even if you don't particularly agree with someone, if they say something smart, you should listen to it. You shouldn't like disparage it just because they're who they are and you disagree with them. He said he was like stressing the fact that like you should invest in real estate because like if you wake up and then you go to your plot of land, it's there. You know what I mean? Whereas like a stock has like a random like kind of value attributed to it for no real concernable reason, or discernible reason. So I don't know. It was like that, but then stocks, at least again, there's like something to them. I guess like technically you own a share in the company. I mean, you're not gonna be there at like the board meetings and like dictating shit.
Right.
You have to own a lot of the stake in the company to do that. But like you fucking NFTs is literally like, oh, you want to pay me money for air? Okay, that's what I don't know, dude. Because again, you ever see those memes where it's talking shit about NFTs and it's like, oh, the person who bought an NFT, their reaction when I screenshot, and it's like them like having a fucking meltdown.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like I just don't fucking get it. I really don't.
It's ridiculous, and the fact that it's actually harming people. Like some people, these fucking NFT owners will fucking like go in some random areas and then like use up the electricity or whatever, and or the data.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to like try to remember all this freaking info, but I know that they use up a lot of info, data, whichever it is, in some certain areas, and the rents or the cost or whatever of living in those areas go up because of those fuckers, and then they go to
Right.
different areas to do this repeat all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's screwing out. I mean, it's screwing over people that live in those areas that get
Right.
affected. So in other words, NFTs are just fucking bad overall. There is no win loss. There's no win win. It's just fucking loss for everyone that gets screwed over by these fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I just wish the whole damn fad will go out.
Yeah. Hopefully in time. I don't know. Like I thought fidget spinners were gonna be like big forever because they kind of lasted. They held on.
They did.
They're
Surprisingly.
fucking to the very end, but eventually they did die. But I really thought that they were gonna be like a forever. I was like, oh great, I'm gonna be like giving my kids fidget spinners and stuff. Because like I don't know, they serve their purpose apparently, but like a lot of people get into it kind of like just because everyone's doing it, and that's what I don't like. I don't like when people do that.
Right.
Everyone's getting into it, so why not me? And they just I don't know, bothers me.
It's crazy, yeah. Fucking fidget spinners. And now for well, yeah, I don't think there's anything else for you. Was there anything else you want to add to the NFT topic, or that was it?
Not really. I mean, I just don't understand it like at all.
Mhm.
So
Alright,
that's
man.
about it. Yeah.
So, everyone, if you haven't listened to so far, returning listeners, thank you for listening to the main topics we've discussed and just supporting us, even though I know we've been kind of late with this episode, but honestly, we're adults. We kind of like get busy with our lives.
Things
Still,
happen.
yeah, thank you for listening to this, and for newcomers, thank you for listening as well. Hopefully, you come back around to listen to more of us. Now we're getting into the off-topic zone.
Off-topic topics.
Yes, off-topic topics. And that will be, well, guys being oblivious tweets. And the reason why I decided to bring this up is because, you know what? I was pretty damn oblivious myself. I mean, I still sort of am, but like now I got a girlfriend, like it's a lot more obvious on what her signals are to me now. I mean, hopefully, like dear Lord, I'd be dumb as a brick to like not get any signals. But so this first tweet the previous tweet that started it all is this one from at the David Drake. In high school, I went to a sleepover. Oh, wow, I can't talk right. In high school, I went to a sleepover, and the girl I liked climbed into bed with me, and she started tickling me, and I was like, haha, okay, well, time for bed. I think about that twice every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one somewhere.
Yeah. And then someone fucking had fun with that. Had fun with this. They said, bro, I don't know if anyone has ever told you this, but if a girl's in bed with you and starts tickling you, even if she wants to stay up and talk about the lasting effects World War II had on Europe's economy.
Just stupid.
Yeah, but now we
People are
got.
weird.
Oh yeah, definitely. And now you actually get some more funny stories from people.
I just don't understand how you can mistake that for like being friendly. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
honestly, because I get like okay, I gotta say in men's defense, men are not used to being the one who receive the kind of like
Attention.
yeah, or like I wouldn't say attention, but like you don't get pursued after so much.
Yeah, I've heard of
Typically,
it.
though not always. So like a lot of time, and okay, from a young, because this happens to men when they're very young, right? They think oh, I'm being hit on. They're like, no, I'm not hitting on you, and you're like, oh, okay. That happens when they're really young, like when they're kids and
Yeah.
stuff, typically. And when this happens, they start to tell themselves, oh, okay, they're just being friendly, as they always have been in the past. So, I mean, it's just one of those things that they just learn it and stick with it. So lots of men are oblivious, but there is reason for it at the same time. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah. Hmm.
because yeah, it's just not obvious to men. It's not as obvious as like, I don't know. Like, it's obvious, but at the same time,
It's not
I don't know. You
obvious.
just have to forgive men. They're not gonna get it. They can't
Yeah.
help it.
Especially when I mean, if you get rejected enough, you would start thinking, you know what? Nah, I'm not getting flirted with when they're finally getting flirted with back. So it
Yeah,
happens.
they'll be like, I'm tripping.
Or their self-worth value is they think their self-worth is not that great, so they kind of like reject the girl, thinking that they're not worthy. That happens too, sadly enough. But again, it happens. So, ladies, if you're thinking about that guy that rejected you out of nowhere, it's most likely because he didn't know better.
He probably didn't even reject you. You probably weren't straightforward enough. Like honestly, for some people, it depends because everyone's different. So obviously, we can't talk about every single person alive. But like, there's lots of people you need to straight up tell them, "Hey, I am trying to flirt with you. I want you to be my boyfriend." Lots of people they need that. They need that sort of like I don't know. Men aren't men aren't good at flirting like that. A lot of them, you know.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I just have to throw that out there because yeah, men are oblivious. They are, truthfully, but
Hmm.
they don't know that they're being oblivious. They can't help themselves.
Yeah, I mean, plus it's a society thing. Like after a while, you just think like, you know what? Nah, like no girl likes me. I'm like, the fuck you mean?
Yeah,
And
that can happen too. They can
hmm
be like so used to being rejected, they're just like, nah, I'm reading into this too much. There's no way.
right,
Or oh, this
exactly.
person's out of my league. There's no way. Things like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's some more tweets just to like probably get secondhand embarrassment, but let's go. One time, a girl invited me over to, and I quote, "help me hang up my lights because you're so tall." Afterwards, she invited me to sleep over. We both had laid down in her bed, and she was like, "I usually sleep naked." And I was like, "Okay, I'll look away until you get back under the covers." At that point, she just kind of gave up, dropping hints, and just went for it. So happy ending, I guess. I still think about how stupid I was. If anybody's are reading this, please just tell us if you want to fuck us. It saves so much time, or just want to be in a relationship. Just throwing that
Okay,
in.
see that is what I'm talking about when I'm saying like she was just like, okay, I'll be honest, like I'm trying to insinuate some intercourse, and you're not picking up on that, and he was like, oh, for sure, bet, like it's just that's exactly what I'm saying, like sometimes you just have to do that. Don't think like, oh, he hates me. It's not like that. No, no, just stupid. Men are simple. It's not even that they're stupid; they're just simple, right? And believe it or not, a lot of this thinky stuff, like romance novels and stuff, or like movies,
Oh fuck.
we can't think and process things like a main character to a movie. We just sit there
Mm.
and kind of take what comes to us.
Yeah.
Like it's very simple. Our thought process is very direct and straightforward. It's not. We don't think about that thing that so and so told me. We just take everything at face value.
Yeah, and plus, like, please don't put your expectations on a man based on what you've watched from a movie or a cartoon or whatever. Like, Don't. Not everyone's a fucking Steve Rogers. Not every guy is a fucking Fuck. What other person that people durst over? We're not fucking Jacob or Edward from Twilight. First off, we're alive and we're not fucking furries. Well, unless you're into that. Then
You're like, well, you're like, I want to alienate my audience, but
well, unless that's your thing, then I guess go crazy with the furry thing, but stay away from the undead thing. That's off limits for sure. But not everyone could be like the fucking most handsome guy that just happens to know every right thing to say. Just not every guy's smart.
there's
That's
too many expectations when it comes to like if you watch movies and you get like seriously invested in like movies like that and stuff. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
get, if you start to put your expectations on a man based on what you see in like forms of media, what you consume, there's too many expectations. You know, not everyone can be this gregarious man who can deal with people well and also, you know when to stay silent and also be a real man's man and, really macho, but then knows how to be sensitive when he needs to,
yeah.
really eloquent and able to sweep you off your feet, but also a total a practitioner of silence. On top of that, having a six-figure job with a Bugatti and a 9-inch penis. I mean, these things. There's too many expectations. There's just none of that. You can have some of those things, but all of those things, I don't know. We have the one listener who's like, "Oh, I'm actually all of those things." No, it's
Fuck. I fucking millionaire listening to us. I was thinking like, haha, fucking simpletons. They don't know it.
yeah,
But, okay.
it's yeah. So
Dude, I remember one time I even told my girls because there are times when like she wants me like she's like, hey, it's like cool. Don't worry about this guy. And there are times she's thinking like, no, that's nice to see like showing some jealousy because it shows that you care. I just told her straight one day because I guess it kind of got tiring to hear it, but I told her, look, it's either I'm gonna be jealous 100%, not 1% of the time, but I'm either jealous because like I give a shit about you, or I just don't give a fuck about a relationship whatsoever.
right,
It's
right.
one or the other, and like you can't. There is no middle ground here. He's like, why not? I was like, because I'm not built that way. Like I'm like
Yeah,
I give a shit about you. Like I love you. Like hell, I'm gonna get kind of territorial.
yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so jealousy is a weird thing. I told my girlfriend. I told her that like for me, I'm okay. I am unreasonably jealous all the time, and I know this about myself. She could have a single friend, and I'm like, I tell her too. It's complicated, because I'm a very needy and irritating person at times, But
Right.
like, I'm like, oh, I don't want to come between you and your friends, and I honest to God, I do not want to. I never want to like put that
Right.
on um, but it's like, I tell them that, and then I'm thinking to myself, like, they can have friends. I don't mind that. But not when I'm present. You know what I mean? Like you can have
Oh.
friends when I am away, when I'm busy, when I'm whatever, but it's just yeah, I don't know, dude. I feel you because like as far as jealousy goes, it's just for me like I don't know. I'm jealous because, or I wouldn't even say jealous all the time because jealousy implies you're like, I don't know, envious of something that someone else
Mhm.
is being given. I do get jealous in regard to time, right? So, like, if I'm chill, because I've told you, my girlfriend, she lives across the sea and whatnot. So,
True.
when there's time, that I'm awake and stuff, because we have different sleep schedules, obviously. When she is awake and I'm awake, those moments to me matter.
Mm.
Because I'm like,
Right.
the way that I see it is if I want to hang out with some friends, if I want to talk with them, if I want to do something, that opportunity is available to me when she is asleep. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So sometimes she'll talk with friends of hers or something when I'm awake, and I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, that's wasting time that we could be talking that we could be spending time together, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I think when we first started talking, she said like, you know, that it was cute, Chelsea, and I was like, she said two things. She said it didn't bother her, you know, like, which thank goodness, like she's very understanding of the way that I feel in regard to that. You know, she not saying like, oh, she's allowing me to be like this super controlling asshole or anything, but she's understanding. You know, like it doesn't bother her in that regard. She understands where I'm coming from and stuff. But she also said it was cute one time, and I'm like, don't tell me that. Like that it's not cute. This is like a serious problem that I'm recognizing in myself. You know, like to me, it's not cute. I don't want to like. Okay, imagine. I was saying like, imagine I made you jealous. You know what I mean? And then I thought it was cute. I just wouldn't want to put you in that situation. So, yeah, it'd be like that. I'm a super jealous person. I can't help it.
It's okay, man. I think over time there's recently there was a time I was telling her like, you know what, like, because she did something I didn't like, and I was just like trying to get her my point of view. And when she was saying like you're being jealous of like thing, like, no, if I was like jealous of this, my bad. No, I'm not jealous of this person because I know my worth. I know I'm worth more than this person. Jealous would imply that I am envious of them in some way. I know I'm better than this person's. Like I was like full on confidence right there. I was saying like I just need to respect some boundaries, and that's when I was thinking like, oh, okay, god damn, I'm setting my foot down some days, and but like after that, like things have been going swimmingly. It's we just like learn each other's boundaries and stuff like that. Like of course, and now like things are like been easy peasy lately. Like it's been real nice. But you know, gotta reassure here and there, and it's all good. Like everyone got their tough times, but like, just like getting through those tough times just makes the bond more stronger.
Yeah, that's one of those things. You just have to like. It's part of learning a person. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, I don't remember where I heard this from. I might have read it somewhere. I might have been told it. I don't know. But like, you think about a relationship. That's like you. That's you deciding, assuming that you're in like a monogamous relationship and stuff, and like a faithful one and whatever. That is you deciding. That's a lifetime of getting to know a person because you can't ever know every little thing about a person. I mean, so number one, you better pick a person that you are very interested in because, I mean, you know, if you're gonna get bored of them, that's not good. You know what I mean? But also like that's just, you know, you're always learning about these boundaries and not just that, okay? Because you're not spending a lifetime getting to know this person. Right now we're in our 20s, you know, but like say, you know, then it goes on to their 30s, you know, as you spend time together, you spend years together, then decades, then 2 decades, you know, like whatever. And they're constantly changing at the same time that you're constantly changing, you know, the experiences that you go through. You're both experiencing them together and changing and this and that. It's just like, you know, that's one of those things. I feel like it's really cool to I don't know. I feel like I'm obsessed with my girlfriend, to be honest. Like I want to know every little detail. I'm like, tell me every single deep thought, every not deep thought. I want to know. I want to know what is going on in your head. And she's like, I am trying to sleep. Stop it. You know?
Stop it.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I feel you there. It's really nice getting to know each other's boundaries. That's always happening, and you know they can always change and shift and all that. It's crazy.
Yeah, she was like texting me like so. She was like, "Oh, what's the topic?" And like the last part was like guys being oblivious and like being oblivious to what I'm like oh being flirted with. So I'm definitely gonna mention our story later on.
Now you have to tell it because you brought it up.
I will. But first, I want to get these stories out of the way first before like finally getting to our story.
True.
Okay. I think it's a cute story. Yeah. So yeah, going to this little tweet now. Moved into my college dorm the first semester of college. Had a knock on my door the first night, and a cute girl said she was looking for a cuddle buddy for the night to help her sleep. I told her that it didn't sound safe and shut the door on her.
That doesn't sound safe.
Then someone who commented saying, "No, ma'am, stranger danger, slam."
Yeah.
This show is fucking hilarious. I think I freaking was like dying laughing for a full minute from that one. And then someone did the wrong template for this one. Someone said, one time in high school, someone pissed in my gym bag. And then someone said, this one doesn't fit the theme, but I like.
That doesn't fit the theme. You never know. People do weird things when they like people and they want to get their attention. It could have happened in first grade. That I could totally see a first grader doing that.
Yeah, fucking crazy people. Then someone said plot twist. It was him. Like it was him who fucking pissed in his own bag. Like what? This is the worst plot twist ever. Yeah. Okay. Now moving on from that. One time I smoked for the first time with a girl I liked a lot, and she said, I heard you're supposed to kiss after you smoke for the first time, and I said, haha, that's not a real thing, I don't think. Someone fucking commented with a piece saying, like, do you have any enemies? And then the person answered, yeah, myself. Next tweet. This thread makes me feel better about all the times I wonder if a guy was oblivious or fucking hated me. Ha 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 ha. And so a guy said, oh, we're not smart at all.
Nope. That's just what I was saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, it gets getting better and better. And then someone said, someone tweeted, went to a wedding with a hot girl and we danced a lot, even the slow songs. Afterwards, we were walking to our cars. We had driven separately, and she said, "Want to see my new car?" And she specifically showed me how big the back seat was, and I was like, "Cool. Well, drive safe." And then also, I should mention that she had suggested driving to my place to drive together to the wedding, and I said, "Nah, it makes more sense to meet there. I think about this every day." Two fucking chances that she really tried hard to make that happen. God damn. Okay, another tweet. I was chatting with this woman I liked at work about going to see this limited release movie, and she was like, "That sounds really cool. I'd like to see it." And I said, "Yeah, I'm going with my sister." Well, bye. A week or so later, she asked me out. We're married now. Happy ending, thankfully.
Yeah,
But
at least, yeah.
holy shit, dude. Okay, and now I'm sorry for all the sniffles and deep nose stuff. People, that sounds weird, but yeah,
Deep nose noises.
yeah. There you go.
Alex, I implore you, you must rest, buddy. It is getting like, let's finish this up, obviously.
Oh yeah.
You know, but
Oh, I
you
did last
definitely need
week.
rest.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Okay.
man. No worries.
I
Okay.
just care about you all. That's all. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to get rid of you. I love talking with you, but I need you to be okay.
I understand completely, man. Thank you though. Okay. Another tweet. I was chatting with this woman I liked at work about going to see this limited release movie. Wait.
You said that once.
Fuck.
It's okay.
Oh wait. Someone said, "Stop being embarrassed. You almost let your wife slip out of your life, as if she haven't made a move." True. But then someone also said, "Wife didn't make a move. She made a plan and ensured it happened." My mom got stood up by my dad on the first day, so she waited an entire year and went on the same vacation to meet him again. Some women are built different. I'm just thinking like, fuck, that's dedication.
Oh yeah.
I mean, okay, and then someone tweeted, oh, here we go. When I was a teenager, a cute girl who worked at McDonald's wrote her number on the back of my receipt, and I thought, I bet they do this in case there's something wrong with my order. Then tossed it in the trash. Ignorance is bliss, I guess. In high school, a cute upperclassman invited me to her house for lunch because her parents weren't going to be home. Me, without blinking, I'm now allowed to go off campus for lunch. Guys are amazing. Like, how the fuck do we, like...
How do we make it in general?
Yeah,
How do
how
we
does
make
this...
it? How do we make it past 20, 25?
Fuck, it's crazy, man. In one of my freshman college college classes, I used to comment all the time on this one girl's always changing toenail polish. She told me I should come over one night and paint a color I liked. I was like, why would I want to paint your toenails? I was a slow learner. In college, after a wedding, wow, there's a lot of college fucking stories here. Excuse me. In college, after a waitering job, this cute waitress said to me, "Let's go to my place. No one's going to be home." I said, "How is there going to be no one home if we are going there?" She went home alone. I think about that every time. And then someone made a fucking reference to Scary Movie 3 by saying, "How the hell can you wake up dead?" Fuck. And that was it. That was the fucking final story. Because, yeah, I don't want to go on forever.
That's funny.
And still, though, that fucking last part, like, how is there going to be no one home if we were going there? Okay, and then now I can say the story between of how I was very oblivious to my girls while flirting. So one day she was out with her friends. Well, she made a specific like it's wow, sorry. It's her best friend and her best friend's boyfriend. They went to the beach together. She got a bit tipsy or drunk, whatever. Her best friend did too, and they're on their way home. She texted me saying like, "Hey, like, how are you doing so far?" I'm like, "I'm doing okay. Like, how are you doing?" She's like, just kind of a bit drunk right now. Like, doing good." But like, we were talking for a bit, and then she freaking at one point she called me babe,
Mhm.
and with the text, I was like, and I just dead ass thought. I was just thinking to myself like, what does this mean? Like, she just called me babe. Like, does this mean something? But then,
Is it one of those like babes that you just like that you would just receive, just like, because some people do that. Some people will be like,
right.
yeah, you know what I mean. So
Huh.
is it
Yeah,
one of those, or is it something like for real?
yeah. Plus, you always have like then you also got like older ladies that will like call like anybody
Sugar,
that needs their assistance.
baby, things like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
which call me babe. I was just thinking like, oh, she must be considering me a very close friend.
Mhm. She's
Like
just being friendly.
like that's my dead ass spot because I was thinking like that's what some girls do.
Right.
Like when they find a guy like very friendly, like they will call them babe or something like that. Like
Mhm.
endearment, word of
Right.
endearment.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So I just dead ass spot like, oh, she must be very nice. And I just like spoke to her normally. Like I didn't try to call her baby back because I was
You
thinking like,
just aired it. You just didn't even acknowledge the babe. You just like kept talking.
no, it's not. I mean, how would I go across that? Like, if I was gonna say like, what do you mean? I mean, like, what the
Not
hell do
true.
you
Yeah. Yeah. If you're to
mean?
be like, why you call me babe for? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Fair
What?
enough.
Trying to start something? You want to try to start a relationship?
You trying to start a relationship? You like me, fam? What's good? Yeah.
What's good? Your affection for me? Like, what's up?
You want to kiss me? What's up? What you trying to say?
Oh my god, imagine. And so yeah, I aired it. I didn't like no. I mean, I acknowledged it. I was just thinking like, oh my god, that's crazy. But in my mind, I was like, relax. Did I overthink this? She's just being nice. There's no way hell a girl
Right.
would like you. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, yeah, she's being friendly. And then after that happened, I think 1 month or two passed, something like that, around there. And then she finally like we were like talking again. She was like, "Hey, you know what? You want to meet up again?" I was like, "Oh, my family ain't home. Like, are you okay with that?" And then she was like, "Yeah, I'm okay with that." I was
Okay,
like,
that's classy. I appreciate you doing that. My family at home, are you okay with that? Because lots of other people would just be like, "Yeah, sure, come over," and then not saying anything about the parents not being there. That is classy.
oh, thank you. I just felt like that was just being well mannered, and I even asked my family, saying like, "Is it cool for me to have a girl over?"
Hmm.
And they said, "Yeah." Surprisingly, I was like, "Oh,
Your dad sends you a winky face, like
no, no." My
winky
mom told
face,
me like,
thumbs up.
no, they both know. Like, there's a group chat. I was like, told them
Right,
both.
right.
Yeah, it's okay. I was like, okay, cool. She came over, and by the time like she came over, like my family came home as well,
Yeah, yeah,
and we were
yeah.
just watching TV, and then we were like separated by a pillow because
Hmm.
I don't know how it happened. I think it just fell over or something like that, or she was just
Naturally,
yeah.
it just naturally happened. Yeah, I feel you.
I was just like, and I'm like, okay, we're watching TV. This is pretty nice. Like, it's cool to like see a person like catching up a bit. And but like the first time we met, we hugged. Like, I mean, after we
Mm.
met, after all those years, like we hugged. So yeah, what's it called? But yeah, also I got a text from her saying like, "Hey, is it weird if I hold your hand?" And I was just thinking like, "Oh my God, this is it." Like
Right.
I thought I
You
was going,
got that one. Message received there, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And after that, I was saying like, "Oh, I guess she still likes me or something like that."
Mhm.
Because before, I mean, a while back, we were like trying to be a couple, like trying to make it work, but like I guess like at the time we weren't like prepared enough to like get into a
Yeah.
relationship.
Just you guys were younger, just things didn't pan out.
Yeah,
It wasn't meant to be at that point in time.
yeah, and then oh shit, I wish it didn't happen like that, but like hey, it happens. I mean,
What's
at least
important is that it's where it is now.
oh yeah, definitely, especially like after getting like very shitty relationships, like I'm glad it was like back to her, and I was like I'm thankful for that. But
Yeah.
where was I? Right. We held hands, and then she asked, like, would it be weird if I kissed you? I was thinking, like, what? So I was saying, like, no, it wouldn't be weird.
Mhm.
And that's when, like, we finally had, like, our first kiss, and it wasn't, like, a kiss on the cheek. Oh my God, I was such a naive kid. I was, at a football game, I would be thankful for cross country for this as well. But you know, like, we had those events where we would be handing out the candy bar or whatever, shit like that, for, like,
I remember you
football.
guys did, but I was in the band, so I wasn't. Yeah, I remember that. I remember, but yeah, I was there, yeah. But what happened?
Yeah, the fucking food bar stuff. Like, so I was like, I was checking the list, saying like, all right, I'm gonna come in during this time. But whenever I keep checking back, they said like, oh no, 100, you're good, you're good, you're good. So the day I was able to like help out with the snack bar day, I didn't get to work. So
Hmm.
I was like, fuck it, might as well enjoy the rest of the game.
Hmm.
So I did, and all of a sudden like she saw me in the crowd. She saw me like walking around, so she called me over. We sat together. And I realized, like, oh my gosh, she's not wearing a freaking sweater. So I offered her my sweater so that she could wear it. I was cold as fuck, but like, fuck, I gotta do what we gotta
You
do.
don't tell them that. They're like, aren't you gonna be called? Nah, me never. I no, it's fine. Fucking goosebumps like all down your fucking arm. You
Dude,
die.
I'm fucking thin skinned. Like, I was freaking shivering, but I was like, you know what? It's okay. I got this.
Hmm.
Um, then all of a sudden, like, we were holding hands at one point. I was like, huh, maybe this is a thing that girls do when they're friendly with a guy.
Maybe this is what girls do. Girls hold hands. I've seen that in movies. Yeah.
Yeah, and um, and at some point, she asked if she could kiss me on the cheek. I was like, okay. Like, I really wasn't thinking about it that much. I was thinking like, oh, this is freaking cool.
Right.
And then she was putting on a lipstick and then like kissed me on the cheek and then kissed me on the other cheek. And I was thinking, fuck, I really missed out on that on those signals. Like,
Right.
how? So yeah, she's probably gonna get kicked out. She's gonna get kicked out. She is gonna get a kick out of this later on when she listens to this episode. But yeah, that's my personal story, folks, of how oblivious I could be. I mean, self-worth stories, that's a different kind of thing. In elementary school, I remember a girl that was like, um, fuck. I don't know what was going through my mind at that moment, but I remember a girl asked her friend to ask me, like, hey, will you go on a date or you want to go out with her or something like that? And I don't know how the fuck this happened.
No, I never trusted that shit, bro, because it's like
Huh.
You never knew. Like, okay, I always felt like if someone was coming up to you and asking you out of the blue for no reason, then it was like it was a trick, it was a dare, it was a game, it was gonna make you look foolish, right?
Right.
Like I never trusted that. What happened with you though?
Well, she asked me like, hey, like, will you go out with her? And then somehow I was thinking like, no, I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy of going out with someone. All this that like, yeah, I was really really putting down myself down as a kid and throughout most of like my high school years and stuff. But I straight up yelled out, "I'd rather die."
That is an escalation. You go from nah, I'm not worthy enough. I'd rather die. I would rather die than go on a date with you. Jeez.
I mean, fuck. I hope she doesn't have like fucking issues with herself from growing up from that point on. But like, fuck. I was thinking to myself, like, at what point did I think that this was an okay thing to yell out?
Yeah.
Like, I could just simply said no. Just
Dude, kids
no.
don't think like that though. For some reason, kids are funny because they're trying to be independent, but like it just doesn't work. And that's one of those prime examples, You
Yeah.
were trying to deal with it, your own situation. That's how you chose to do it back then. Oh, that's funny, dude.
I mean, some guys will think like, yeah, that's the way to do it. I'm like, no, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Again, I feel bad about that. I was thinking like, I'd rather die. Like,
That's really funny, dude.
that's that. You kind of like question your own self worth. Just like, fuck. I guess I'm. I guess I can't be dated. Like, fuck.
I guess I'm unlovable. It is what it is. I go die in a hole now. Gonna live for 60 years and die real quick.
Fuck, man. It's wild, but yeah, that's all I had to say for this whole off-topic topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Anything you gotta say, or we're good to go?
Yeah. So one time, okay. All right. So one time, I'm gonna get in trouble telling this story, but fuck it, I don't care. It's too good of a story to tell. Okay. So one time, I was sitting there. I'm reading. I'm reading this book. Okay. So this is at a. Okay, the location is important, right? But I'm reading a book, right? And so I'm sitting there just reading my book. I don't know why I can't talk, but I'm all into this book, right?
Mhm.
And I'm reading the book, just doing my own thing. Then out of nowhere, like I see a shadow kind of like peer over the page. And it was kind of like one of those days where the sun is like kind of far away and at an angle for you. So the shadow's way longer. Like it was hitting this person's back. So the shadow was way like longer. They weren't overly close to me, but they were approaching me. And so I look up because I saw the shadow, and it was this lady, and she was coming up to me, and she's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "What you reading?" And I was like, "American Icarus. You can get it right now on Amazon for $11.99 or for $5.99 for the ebooks. Yeah, go buy it." See, I tricked all of you. But that was amazing, wasn't it? You thought there was a beginning, middle, and end, but nope. There's just an ad. There's just a plug.
You brilliant son of a bitch.
Yes.
All right, Dev. Then I love that story. It had a build up, some disappointment, but then I'm like, of course, shucks, why not?
Classic Nate. Disappointing. Yep.
Nah, dude, you're great. All right, then. Yeah, guess we'll be closing out this episode before I get any more nasally. For anyone that's listened throughout this whole last episode, thank you for listening. We'll try to put out more episodes, of course. Well, of course, why not? But yeah, we're glad that you guys listened to this episode. We're glad, like, if any of you guys like keep up with our other episodes, we'll be putting out more stuff. If you guys got any suggestions of what we could talk about next, go for it. Like I already leave links for like different stuff just so you guys can have different ways of communicating. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Um, whatever else to say. Yeah, Nathan. Anything else other to say other than the ad?
No, just I love you, listeners, as always.
Mhm.
If you're British, go away. Normal stuff. Love you guys and all that stuff. Yeah.
If you're British, please stay. Well, like, but
If you're born in Brighton, or if you live there, then go away. See, that should make it a little bit better, because then, what are the odds of like our two British viewers being from Brighton? I don't know. Could be high, actually. I don't know, but anywhere else in the UK is fine.
who knows? Okay, then a rare comment from Nathan. But yeah, everyone, please be safe. Try to stay healthy as much as you can. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully, you guys enjoy more future episodes from us, and we'll be back for I don't know more content to put out on the Random Gamers Corner. Good night, everybody. Bye.